Cuphead's tutorial is simple, short, very direct, and it teaches all the mechanics the player needs to know right from the start.
Discovery. Learning through discovery is probably the method of player education that people are most familiar with besides tutorials, because it's a key part of the challenge and fun of quite a
While
few
I love
games.
Cuphead's approach to straightforward mechanics instructions, there's also a unique charm in discovering these mechanics through actual gameplay. Much like the first level of Super Mario Bros. Where you are thrown into the wild without any text nor actual stories, but it's so simple and intuitive that you don't feel confused or overwhelmed. So with this tutorial, I want to take a bit from each part and I want to explicitly instruct players on what they can do and how, while having everything as if it was a level and part of the story. So a few devlogs back, a fellow subscriber gave me the idea to actually make Trolley Troubles, Oswald's first episode to be released, the tutorial of the game. So yeah, I thought it was a really cool idea because it also offers a dynamic setting to introduce the game mechanics naturally within the context of an actual level. So as players progress through this tutorial level, they'll encounter various challenges designed to teach all the core mechanics step by step. This tutorial Oswald will showcase his unique abilities such as jumping, double jumping, gliding, and using his ears as a boomerang, and each mechanic is introduced in context, making the process intuitive. So I want to make the player feel confident and ready when something challenging comes up. You know, something else that I really like about using Trolley Troubles as the tutorial scene is the fact that most of the episode has a blank background. Like you can see here it has just a tree and a line. So yeah, I think it's great because it is a tutorial and it is just like Cuphead's tutorial. Another thing that I really like is that it has a trolley car. I mean, it's a trolley car. That would be freaking cool. It's the main thing of the episode. So of course I'm gonna have to add it, but I want to make it functional. You know, I want Oswald to push it around because I think it would be really cool. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna add it anyway. But then I realized they were not looking so good, so I started working the rails. They were also not looking so good, so I started everything all over again, and this time I was using a ruler and squares and tried to make everything more like straight. And I also added grass and flowers in the foreground because in the episode that's what is in the foreground. And lastly, I started doing the mountain. So yeah, I didn't add too much details. Let me know if you think I should add more details. Then I started working on the text I should add to describe the movement. So I saw that Cuphead does is name the movement and then describe it like with the button you need to press. So I wanted to describe them jumping from wall to wall, and yeah, I don't think this is the way to go. So I ended up having just a short text saying jump from wall to wall, and the player is gonna have to figure that on their own. And of course I started working on the trolley car, so I tried to do it exactly as the one in the episode. Honestly, this will not be the final version. I rushed it because I just wanted to see how it looked, but yeah, this will not be the final result by any means. And this is how it looks. So this is the tutorial. Let me know what you think. I added an arrow to show the player where he needs to go, and here's the text, jump from wall to wall. You can push the trolley car around. I might add an objective or something to use it for. There's also a little plane that gives the player tips. It will show in any moment now. There you go. So that little plane was made by Missile Studio, which is a fellow user on Discord. So I wasn't able to work a lot in the game this week. I might skip the next Thursday to try and have more content for the next devlog. I am working on 3 other projects, so my time is quite limited. I am actually working on other videos about that, but yeah. Thank you so much for sticking around and for making it this far. Consider subscribing if you haven't already and liking the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you guys in my next or previous video.